Hey, what's good? Coach Colin Castelli here with Shotmechanics Basketball, and today I've got the ultimate mid-post scoring guide to help you score more points. Now, a lot of players don't realize that the mid-post is a fantastic spot to score more points and a lot of times exploit the defense. So today what I want to do is give you a breakdown to help you score more points in that scenario and be able to be lethal all over the court. But before we jump into it, this video is brought to you by my guys over at Ridge Wallet. The Ridge is a minimal front pocket wallet that's designed to streamline what you carry every day. It has over 30,000 5-star reviews and is a better way to carry your cash and cards. And to make it even better, there's a lifetime warranty if you love it and free returns if you don't. It comes in titanium, carbon fiber, aluminum, and over a dozen different styles and colors. All right, so for my Ridge wallet, I went with a titanium, but cameraman Jake actually went with the carbon fiber. So no matter what you're interested in, or no matter what your style is, or what you're looking for in a wallet, the Ridge wallet has you covered with a beautifully crafted design. So all you gotta do to pick up your wallet is head to ridge.com/coach. It's the first link in the description down below, and enter the promo code COACH at checkout to save 10% instantly. All right, so in the mid post, there's a few different keys that are really gonna help you score and kind of give you that advantage. So the very first one is what we call a reverse pivot. So basically when you're catching the ball in the mid post is basically anywhere kind of outside of the block, but inside of about mid-range or the 15-foot mark. So somewhere around here, 10 to 12 feet is where the mid post happens. Now the reason why the mid post is so great is because it's kind of that gray area that a lot of times defenders don't know how to play. A lot of times you can draw double teams or you can get good looks. So the very first key I really like to use when catching in the mid post is what we call a reverse pivot. Meaning a lot of times when you're gonna catch the basketball in the mid post, you're gonna be facing away from the hoop, right? You might be coming off of a cut this way towards the ball. It might be a post-up scenario, whatever it is. Most of the time in the mid post, you're not catching facing the hoop. So the very first one I like to use is a reverse pivot to gain space, right? So most of the time if you catch, your defender is gonna be between you and the hoop, right? So all you gotta do is start with a reverse pivot or a sweep where I'm following my behind around and ripping through just like this. Because what that ends up doing is it forces the defender to give you more space. That way you have options to start out with, right? A big mistake a lot of players make is they'll catch in the mid post and they might just kind of, have like a really tight pivot like that, or maybe they'll front pivot away and allow the defender to come close that space. So the whole key here is with this reverse pivot is we want to take up room with a hard, violent rip. So as I come through, I want to swing my leg out and I want to get it over, right? As soon as I do that, I'm going to kind of create this like swath where my leg comes through and the ball comes through. The defender's got to back up and give me space. From here, that means now I got options, right? As soon as I have space, I have options. I can reverse pivot to open for a jump shot. I can reverse pivot, drive middle, right? I can pump fake, step back for extra separation. Once we get that original space, then we're good to go and we can really get a lot more options out of it. All right, so now we've used a reverse pivot to open up towards the basket, but now what do we do, right? I talked a little bit about the options, but one option that's forgotten a lot is what we call a cross step. And a cross step is basically just reversing what we just did with a reverse pivot, but you're cross stepping towards the hoop, right? So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rip the ball across my body, I'm gonna put it on my back hip, and I'm gonna cross step right here. Basically what we're trying to do is manipulate the defender without dribbling, right? So on this cross step, you can think about if I open up, they're probably shifting this way. And then as I cross step here, they're probably sliding to cut me off, right? So a cross step is kind of like a jab step that goes across your body. And if you can use it effectively, it's gonna get the defender moving and open up a lot of really easy lanes towards the basket. Now the whole key here is you gotta make a cross step pretty quick and pretty aggressive, right? If I come here and I just cross step nice and slow, it's not really gonna move the defender much, right? Because I'm here, I wanna rip and I wanna squeak my foot, throw my head, throw my shoulders, make it look like I'm getting ready to drive middle, then your options start to open up. So don't be afraid to use cross steps. Don't be afraid to use a couple in a row. Sometimes you can open, cross, and then open again, right? You just wanna work that pivot, work that defender, get them moving before you put down a dribble. So the next big piece that helps a lot of players in the mid post is to actually initiate contact. Now, a big mistake a lot of players make is when they catch in the post or in the mid post, they kind of wait for that contact to come to them, right? And then a lot of times they get bumped off of their line, maybe they don't get to the spot they want to on the floor, and they let the defense dictate what they're gonna do instead of what they're gonna do. So if you watch a lot of the elite players, like whether it's Kobe Bryant or LeBron James in the mid post, most of the time when they go to drive, they're the ones who are initiating contact with that inside shoulder, bumping the defense back. That way they're getting an open, easy look, right? Because if you can initiate the contact, that means you're gonna be the aggressor, and that means that you're gonna get the defender on their heels. And because you're already starting closer to the hoop, a lot more options open up. So don't be afraid of contact. In fact, go get some contact for yourself. Just don't make it so hard that it's gonna be an offensive foul. All right, so the next key that helps a ton is ball fakes, right? Like I mentioned before we've even used our dribble, we've opened up, maybe we've used a cross step. you can use ball fakes to manipulate your defender as well. Again, because we're working in such tight area, we don't have a lot of extra room to do 4 or 5 dribble combo moves, right? We don't have the time because a double team might be coming if we start putting down a ton of dribbles. So just like a jab step, just like a cross step, just like a reverse pivot, you can use a ball fake to move the D. So as I come here, I might throw a fake skip pass and then rip going baseline. I might ball fake this way out towards the baseline and then crossover going back middle, right? So get kind of creative with your ball fakes, because a lot of the times if you can use one, you're gonna get the defender off their feet, you're gonna get them sliding out of position, and then it's gonna be much easier to read and react to get an open look. All right, so the next thing that can really help you inside of the mid post is to make sure you save your dribble. A lot of players, they catch the ball in the mid post, and the first thing they do is put the ball on the ground, right? And as soon as you put the ball on the ground, you've eliminated some of your options, right? So if I catch and I immediately put the ball down, now I can't use that reverse pivot to get space. I can't really use a ball fake to get the defender moving. So try to save your dribble as long as you can until you're ready to actually make a move, right? If you look at it like the best, post mid scorers in the world, most of them will catch, they'll open up, they'll jab step, they'll pump fake, they'll ball fake, and then they'll use a dribble when they're ready, when they've got the defender moving, right? So save your dribbles, because another thing that ends up happening a lot of times, if I catch the ball and I immediately just start dribbling, that a lot of times triggers double teams. It gets a guard to be able to double down, or a help side defender to come over and double team you, right? So if I keep my dribble alive and I haven't used it yet, if a double team comes, I can now use my dribble to get out or away from it, right? If the help side defender comes, I can get away from it. So save your dribbles until you're actually ready to use them, and that's gonna help you a ton when you're getting ready to score. All right, again, a big thank you to the Ridge Wallet for sponsoring this video, and all you gotta do is click the top link in the description down below and use promo code COACH at checkout for 10% off instantly. I'm loving mine so far, and I know you will too. All right, and if you really want to turbocharge your scoring average, click the second link in the description down below. Get free instant access to my Insta Bucket workout. This is a quick hitting 5-minute workout that's gonna help you score more points the next time you step on the court. So click the second link in the description down below, get instant access. And if you're new to Shot Mechanics, click that subscribe button, ding the bell notification, because we put out fire videos every week and they're all gonna get you better, I guarantee it. And if this video helped you out, hit the like button, head to the comment section, let me know what sort of video you wanna see next, because this channel is for the people, by the people, and I run pretty much everything off a request, including this video, so leave one down below and hopefully we'll be able to get to it. Again, I'm Coach Colin Castillo with Shot Mechanics Basketball. Thanks for watching. Until next time, splash on.